people in one small boat for an entire year. I think we may go insane. We're the McKays, a family with 5 boys and 1 niece, looking for adventure. Join us as we trade the rolling prairies of small-town Canada for the rolling seas to achieve our goal of visiting 100 islands by boat. Hello, welcome to McKay's On Deck. I am Lindy McKay, and we are going for 1 year on a boat to explore the world. And we have a huge family. We have 5 kids, and we're also taking our niece. So this video is to say why we would ever want to do this, why now, what our fears are, and what our plans are, and why are we even doing this YouTube channel in the first place. We are here at the Kananaskis Resort. Dustin, my husband, is here on a business retreat, and I thought it was a wonderful opportunity to see some beautiful sights while we explain to you why we're going on our adventure.
I love Kananaskis Resort. So it's fall, and there's just gorgeous fall colors, and there's this beautiful lake. So anyhow, it's been really beautiful. The air is just crisp. It's just cold enough, and they have a beautiful spot. It's called the Nordic Spa.
I'm gonna go there. I'm so excited.
So yeah, anyhow, it's been lovely.
Well, we're gonna go there.
Absolutely gorgeous. But there's no filming in the Nordic Spa, not because nobody's naked or anything, but there's no filming.
All right, so it seems like a crazy thing to want to do, to go with 8 people on a boat for a year. But the thing is that ever since I met Dustin, and I knew that this was part of who he was, and it was kind of like the unspoken vow at our wedding that this was going to happen.
Someday we were going to go sailing.
So now kind of say why.
So when I was 5 years old, my parents bought a boat and we went sailing around the world. And that was about as much of a plan as they had. My dad didn't know how to sail. My mom didn't know how to sail. They learned as they went. And that was me and at least 5 of my 6 sisters and my brother that were there for most of the trip.
So how many people were on that boat?
I don't know, what's that, 8, 9, 10? 9 or 10 at all times. And we sailed for a year and a half, and we ended up in American Samoa. My mom had really wanted to go there because that's where my grandfather was born, as his parents were on a mission. And so he was born there, and my mom wanted to see where her dad had been born, so we went to Samoa, and we ended up staying in Samoa until I was 12 years old. And so we were there for 5 years. And I mean, that shaped a big part of who I am in terms of culture and expectations and childhood and all of that. So about 10 years ago, my sister went to Vanuatu, and helped do some medical, I don't know, her husband's a doctor, and they went with the World Health Organization or something. And then they invited us to go to Vanuatu. My other sister got on a boat, and her husband had never sailed before. And they got a catamaran, and they went and sailed from Victoria, or the west coast anyhow. They sailed all the way to Vanuatu, and that's where they ended up selling their boat. So we went to Vanuatu 4 years ago and built a house, and we lived there for a couple years, and that was super fun. And now even with all that, I still want to go sail. I want to go sail around the world. I want to take my kids. I don't know how to do it. My dad's didn't know how to do it. My dad's friends didn't know how to do it. My brother-in-law didn't know how to do it. And yet they all learned, they all survived, and they all came back. So, we're just going to uproot and go for it.
So, and I'm along for the adventure, right?
Yeah, and Lindy's along for the adventure. She's the good wife supporting me in my craziness, although it terrifies her.
He supports me in what I want to do, so, We got engaged on a footbridge. And so we have to kiss every time we go on a footbridge.
Every time? And we didn't kiss last time we were going around in a circle because we were recording, so I made her come back and kiss me.
We're here with some of our best friends, the P Boys, and they just had a baby. So cute.
And
Another lemonade?
oh,
So I have to say, I have always had a little bit of trepidation about going on this voyage that I knew that we would, because Dustin is Dustin. And so, but I always had the excuse that I didn't want to go sailing with a baby. And we had a lot of babies, and so it was just a lot of time passed. And then by the time we didn't have babies, we'd been to Vanuatu, and I'm like, this is it. Like, I'm curing that fix for Dustin. But apparently not. Apparently he still needs that like adventure in his life. So that's why we've waited this long. Why are we doing it now?
Going sailing now?
Yes.
Because Maxwell's gonna turn 17 in 4 months. And then a year after that, he's gonna turn 18. And then he's like gonna be an adult. And I wanna have the adventure when my kids, you know, are all together still.
So, what about it being still COVID season? Like, there's so many countries that are closed. Like, why are you worried about that? Or
No, I mean, when we buy our boat, first of all, we're not going to buy our boat till like we're ready to go. So when we buy our boat, though, we'll probably buy it, I don't know, Mediterranean or Florida or Tahiti or France.
I love how I don't even know what
South
we're
Africa.
doing. Or South Africa.
Most catamarans are made in South Africa.
Okay. Anyway.
So, and then we'll just start sailing from there.
This resort is close to where Meghan Markle and Prince Harry had their honeymoon, and that just makes me feel so good. I have an English mother, and so my first crush was on William. Anyway, and it's just so fun to feel like, oh, there is actually something beautiful about Alberta, like that royalty would stay here for their honeymoon. You guys, I am so excited to be here. We're at a Nordic spa, but the thing is they won't let you have a camera in there, but here maybe I can get away with it. But okay, look at what they give you. At first I was like, what is this? And then I realized that this big puffy lovely thing is a huge robe. Like, look at this. It's so heavy and comfy. Look at this. And then they also give you shoes to walk around in to all the different kinds of like spas, and I don't know what's out there. But anyway, we have cute shoes for it. And then also they gave us some salt for our exfoliant, which I'm pretty stoked about, so. Since I wasn't able to take the camera into the Nordic spa, this is their website where you can see some of the photos of the amazing experience we had. Okay guys, you missed out because that was incredible.
So we just were at the Nordic spa, and they've got like all these barrel saunas that you can go into, and a eucalyptus sauna, and then there's hot pools and cold pools, and it was glorious. Oh, and there's an exfoliation room where you rub Epsom salt and coconut oil all over your skin, and I feel like a Norse god.
I feel very spoiled, like very well taken care of. And that's about the most footage I can get of the Nordic spas right here. let's talk about fears, because I have a lot of them. And one of my fears is that one of the kids will just fall over the boat one day. And I realize you can have life jackets and you can have them tethered. And I'm not much of a helicopter mom, but I think I'm gonna have to learn how to be. Another one of my fears is that I will get seasick. I am the type of person that throws up all the time at the slightest thing. And so I just don't know how I'm going to enjoy this. But, you know, some things are worth, I don't know. I don't know why I'm doing this, but maybe I'll go to hypnotherapy or something and try to get over the seasickness. Another fear that I have is that I'll be lonely. The first time we went to Vanuatu, we had so many friends and family, and the second time we didn't have as many. And so we got kind of lonely. And so I realized that that is a possibility. All my boys are best friends, so maybe they'll get along together in a very tight, confined space. We'll see. I'm not too concerned about pirates or sinking because we're gonna have a catamaran, so it's not supposed to sink. I am concerned about like lightning and just a lot of fixing. We're gonna have to fix our boat a lot. I'm also concerned about healthcare. I realize that like we could be out in the middle of the ocean when something bad goes. And I know that there's a lot of other concerns that I'm not even thinking about, but I guess you just have to have faith sometimes and be aware, like don't do it like stupidly, and hopefully we won't do it stupidly. So we're headed to the pool now. We didn't get to take the phone into the spa. This is the next best thing, I guess. The kids' spa. All right, so a little FYI, he's not naked. He fully has swim on. Anyway. All right, so what's our plans?
Our plan right now is that we're going to go on a worldwide adventure sometime in February for a year, assuming that the world is open somewhere.
Okay, so but like, what about like buying the boat? Like, where do you think we'll buy the boat and what kind of boat?
So we'll get a catamaran. It'll be at least 55 feet long.
Catamarans don't sink, hypothetically.
Yeah, they shouldn't. Hypothetically. And it'll be at least 55 feet long because we have a big family.
We have a lot of planning that we have to do before we go. So we have to get our marine radio license. We have to get our boating license. We have to get our rock radio license. We have to go to...
We actually have to learn how to sail.
Yeah.
We have to take sailing lessons. So that we don't die.
So you can't get an insurance on a boat unless you have you've proven that you're not going to like crash the boat the second that you get on it. And so they do have certifications for sailing, and we will get those. And then once we're actually out sailing somewhere, we're going to invite my brother-in-law, who's actually done this before, to come with us on our first adventure to just make sure that we really actually know what we're doing.
Yeah.
So hopefully that will work out. And what
we're
else?
Sailing virgins. We need to lose our sailing virginity.
We also have to learn a little bit of first aid, which kind of freaks me out that is a necessity that we have to do.
I got her a kit though. It's like this piece of rubber with a bunch of cuts, and she can sew them shut to practice sewing flesh.
Yay! So we really don't actually have a solid plan, and I think a lot of people would freak out about that.
Namely her.
I've been married to him long enough that I realize that solid plans are in short supply with Dustin McKay. And, you know,
an adventure will happen.
Favors the prepared, so we'll be prepared. but prepared for exactly what? That remains in the stars. So while our husbands are at their business meetings, we get to go for a fancy lunch. And this has apparently some, what is that called? The pigs go down and get it. What is that called?
Truffle.
Truffle.
Yeah, black truffle oil,
Apparently
or
this
white
has
truffle oil. Yeah.
White truffle oil in it. So,
And it's braised beef.
and braised beef. Of course, we're in Alberta, so it better be good beef. I don't know how to eat this. I'm trying. Whatever.
Those are big noodles. It smells incredible.
It is so good. These noodles are huge. They look like they're handmade or something.
They do.
All right, so why a YouTube channel? I guess the truth is I wasn't really excited about going for a year on a sailboat because of all of the fears that I was having. And then Dustin actually suggested that we start a YouTube channel. And there was something so appealing about that, about making something beautiful and entertaining and inspiring. And I'm like, okay, we can go sailing. This is gonna be cool. And so that's why I started the YouTube channel. And I know that I don't look like Barbie and I don't look good in a bikini. In fact, I don't even own a bikini and I've never worn a bikini. And also, it's not like I have this super cute personality that is really appealing, and my family is not like the cutesy YouTube family. And I am certainly not doing this for money. On my other YouTube channel, I have about 4,000 subscribers and I get maybe $40 a month. So I think I have a really healthy idea of how I'm not going to make money from this YouTube channel. And honestly, I have absolutely no desire to become famous or to become like this huge viral hit, because fame is not very pleasing.
People have said that I look like a man. I get comments and like people telling me like, oh, please stop plucking your eyebrows, it'll look way better. Or like, ew, what happened to her eyebrows? And just know that that's mean if that's you.
And this is the internet. So even as I make this video, I'm incredibly terrified.
Fame is not very pleasing. Ironically, Dustin doesn't even like to be on camera, and he doesn't like to like capture every single moment because he thinks that we should live in the moment instead of just record the moment. So it's ironic that he was the one to say that we should do a YouTube channel. So why am I even doing this YouTube channel, and why am I even asking people to subscribe? It's because, you know, I can just be this small, wonderful group of people where I get to share and entertain and be able to tell all my friends and family what's going on in my life in a beautiful, hopefully beautiful, and inspiring way. So please like and subscribe and comment down below, and welcome to our adventure.